who's accused of attempting to rape a 75-year-old client, was in court today. We'll tell you what happened.
Still no answers from Caltrans about why missing children posters at the Buckman Springs rest stop are so outdated.
What we're learning about an arrest made in connection with a series of brush fires in the East County.
Governor Newsom holds a special session to try and Trump-proof California. What does that mean? I'm Shanna Handy. I'll explain coming up.
Bioluminescence is always hard to predict when and where you'll find it, but pretty soon you'll get to fully immerse yourself in this. Glowing oceans in this Earth 8 report coming up.
He watches children.
When a twin brother died, a dream of publishing a children's book did not. The Varmints, a gift for a grandson.
CBS 8 News live at 6 starts right now.
A dog groomer accused of elder abuse and sexual assault appears in court, and the hearing was supposed to determine if bail should be reduced for him, but at the last minute, things changed. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
I'm Marcella Lee. 52-year-old Tony Choi is being held behind bars tonight. His bail set at $1 million. CBS 8's Steve Price was in court for today's hearings and explains what happened.
Tony Choi, who faces multiple felony counts, including attempted rape of a 75-year-old woman, was supposed to be in court today for a hearing to talk about possibly lowering his bail. But then a twist. He changed attorneys, going from a public defender to a private attorney, and that changed everything.
Next case.
Judge Francisco Sanchez ruled we can't show you Choi's face in court. But
that's my number one safety concern, is safety for the dog.
We've interviewed Choi before after multiple complaints from clients of his dog grooming business.
To see my dog after the fact, and she's curled up in a corner and obviously traumatized. I don't even want to think about what happened in that van.
Sheriff's deputies say Choi on Halloween approached a 75-year-old woman while she was outside her home near the Torrey Highlands area and asked her if she wanted her dogs washed. She invited him inside, and deputies say the 52-year-old groomer tried to sexually assault her. Fortunately, a caregiver at the home interrupted the attack, and Choi ran away. He was arrested that night outside his home in Solana Beach.
Wait time, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
Choi is currently in custody, being held on $1 million bail. At today's hearing, lowering his bail was supposed to be the main topic of discussion, but because he switched attorneys, that didn't happen.
It was terrible. It really was.
Despite pictures of multiple dogs with what appear to be grooming-related injuries, Choi does not currently face any charges related to his business.
It would be hard for us to prove that that was malicious intent, as opposed to accidental and just kind of poor grooming.
Choi is also no stranger to law enforcement. He's been arrested several times before, including for allegedly driving under the influence of drugs. He's scheduled to be back in court in March for a preliminary hearing. In Vista, Steve Price, CBS 8.
Thank you, Steve. New developments in the search for a woman from Hawaii who vanished during a layover at LAX.
Los Angeles police now believe Hannah Kobayashi is in Mexico. At a news conference within the last hour, police say she crossed the border at the San Ysidro port of entry on November 12th, days after she landed at LAX. They added she was alone and with her bags. At this time, they do not believe the 30-year-old is being trafficked and is not the victim of foul play. They also say she has no criminal history, and they believe she voluntarily crossed, and because of that, they are no longer considering her a missing person. Right now, they are asking her to reach out to her family and police to let them know whether she is safe. LAPD will not continue their investigation into Mexico and are asking anyone with credible information to reach out to them. Authorities say a person experiencing homelessness is now under arrest for allegedly starting a series of brush fires.
Alan Denoyo is suspected of starting 9 fires last month in eastern San Diego County. The largest of the fires forced evacuations, but no injuries or structural damage was reported. According to CAL FIRE, Denoyo was taken into custody on Saturday.
Right now, CAL FIRE is closely watching vegetation and fuel moistures around the county. This after there was hardly any rain in October and just over 1/10 of an inch in November.
Typically, we see a couple rain systems come through. This particular season, we haven't seen anything yet this year that has been measurable to get us up and out of this high fire danger.
San Diego has received 0.13 inches of rain so far since October 1st. And to compare that to last year, we had 2/3 of an inch of rain by this time. The year before, we were already over an inch. So far, it does not appear the red flag warning will be issued. So how much longer will these dry conditions be around?
Chief Meteorologist Carlene Chavis joins us early for more on that. What's it going to look like, Carlene?
We're talking about dry conditions in our forecast all the way into the start of next week. So we are looking at another round of Santa Ana winds in the forecast, and that's where you see those zeros for our rain chances. Only a slight one as we hit tomorrow, and that's with the area of low pressure that looks to move in, and that's going to just bring in more high clouds than anything else and then exit out. So we are looking at those dry conditions sticking around. As mentioned, we are at a deficit across the entire county by more than an inch of rainfall. And so we have seen just very small amounts over the past couple of months. And we kicked off our new water year back on October 1st. And so this is where we stand as of now. So of course, we could definitely use the rainfall, and even for the desert, looking at dry conditions when you check in on that drought monitor. So we are looking at another round of Santa Ana winds in the forecast. As mentioned, we're dry now. It's going to dry us out even more and also warm us up. So we'll go ahead and take a look at your complete forecast coming up. Carlo.
We'll see you in a few. Thanks, Carlene. And remember, for the latest weather conditions and alerts on the go, you can download the free CBS 8 app from Google Play or the App Store.
California is taking steps to protect reproductive rights. Today, Attorney General Rob Bonta said his department is sponsoring 2 bills aimed at safeguarding access to abortion. The first bill will protect healthcare providers from legal challenges when administering abortion medication. The second bill gives the AG's office power to penalize local governments that block abortion services.
As they say, failing to plan is planning to fail, and we are planning. This legislation is us planning to stay ahead of the curve regardless of what the Trump administration has in store for the future of abortion care.
The bills come as state lawmakers met in a special session this afternoon to protect California's progressive policies from the incoming Trump administration.
And in that special session, Governor Gavin Newsom asked state Democrats to approve new funding for legal efforts to challenge federal policies. California Democrats currently hold a supermajority in both chambers. Those lawmakers say this funding is critical to support state policies on immigration, climate change, and abortion access. Coming up at 6:30, Shannon Handy has more from today's special session. Hundreds of people rallied at the state capitol today in the meantime, protesting the Trump administration's promise to conduct mass deportations. The rally was timed to coincide with that special session. Those protesters held signs saying "Sanctuary" and "ICE out of California."
Perhaps you've noticed these missing children posters displayed at highway rest stops in California. Caltrans posts the flyers as a public service.
As we reported to you last week, our David Garbertson found out that many of the posters are outdated, and quite a few of those missing children are no longer missing.
It reminds me of the milk cartons.
CBS 8 started investigating these missing children flyers over the holiday weekend after noticing the posters at Buckman Springs Rest Stop were badly outdated, some of them dating back to 2017. Caltrans posts them at highway rest stops and publicizes the program on its website. Drivers think it's a good idea.
I sure hope that some of these kids get found and that there's a happy ending there somewhere.
Turns out because the posters at Buckman Springs are so old, most of these children have already been found. In fact, out of the 30 missing children posted at the East County Rest Stop, only 5 of them were confirmed to still be missing, including these 2 children, Michelle Hoochman and Mitchell Solomon, who went missing with their family in Los Angeles in 1982. The missing children posters themselves are produced by the California Department of Justice, and they're updated monthly. So the question is, why are the posters at the Caltrans Rest Stop in Buckman Springs so outdated? I reached out to Caltrans on Wednesday of last week, seeking basic information about how many rest stops in California have missing children flyers posted. A spokesperson promised the agency would respond by Monday, but I am still waiting for answers.
It's sad to see all the kids that are missing. It's too bad that we can't do something more to find them or to stop it.
People are accustomed to seeing missing children posters. These photos are posted at Walmart in Kearney Mesa. The company does a good job of keeping them updated. Most of them are from 2023 and 2024. David Gottfredson, CBS 8.
Thanks, David. Tomorrow, you have a chance to join millions of Americans in donating to charity for Giving Tuesday.
Last year, Americans pledged more than $3 billion on the Tuesday after Thanksgiving. Thousands of nonprofits rely on Giving Tuesday donations every year. About 1 in 4 charities raise half their yearly donations during the holidays. 1 in 10 Americans participated in Giving Tuesday last year. The average donation, just under $150.
Today, the Veterans Village of San Diego hosted a kickoff to Giving Tuesday. In partnership with the San Diego Padres and the Lucky Duck Foundation, they handed out winter coats to people experiencing homelessness. But these weren't your typical jackets. These coats can easily turn into sleeping bags.
Life-saving, and that's what we're trying to do is provide some immediate warmth and protection, hopefully save some lives out there as people try to find a brighter pathway.
The Lucky Duck Foundation plans to distribute 4,500 of these sleeping bag coats. You can find more ways that you can help by visiting our website, cbs8.com.
A wild release still ahead.
Plus, what California health leaders are now doing after finding bird flu in samples of raw milk.
And the record amount of money that Americans are expected to shell out today, Cyber Monday, after this.